Hello, how are you all, my viewers? I hope you all are fine and doing well. I'm Saida Fatma Rizvi and I have done MSc Physics and I bring for you people the joyful and informative videos of physics, and I hope that you people are liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel because I want every physics lover to watch my channel and please spread my videos worldwide. I want the views and the return because I am working hard for you people so that I will get some return or the reward. So I hope that you people take care of this thing. So today our topic is about the Newton's third law of motion. As you people know that the Newton was the founder of physics and he discovered the three laws of motion. He was a very brilliant genius scientist or a physicist. So we have to discuss about the Newton's third law of motion. Newton third law of motion. First of all, we will discuss about what is mass and what is weight. People get confused that both mass and weight are the same quantities, but here there lies a difference between the mass and the weight. So let's discuss what is the difference between the mass and weight, because people think that both mass and weight are the same quantities. No, these are not the same quantities. So what is mass? It is one of the most fundamental quantities in physics and the most basic property of the matter. So as you know that body is made up of large number of particles. So when we can define mass as the measure of the amount of matter in the body. So amount of matter that is possessed by the body is called the matter. Okay, that how much amount of matter is there in the body. So this is known as the particular amount of matter in the body is known as the matter. The system international unit of the mass is kilogram. The mass of the body does not change at any time, only for certain extreme cases when the huge amount of energy is given or taken from the body. So, this is the main basic condition, that amount of the body at any place does not change at any time. Okay, the mass of the body remains fixed. But at what condition? At what condition the mass of the body changes? Here lies the question, that at what condition the mass of the body changes? Yes, on at the certain condition when the huge amount of energy is given or taken from a body. For example, in a nuclear reaction, tiny amount of matter is converted into the huge amount of energy. Okay, for example, when we have taken the example of the matter in the nuclear reaction, we see that the nuclei is converted into two nuclei and the amount of neutrons are released, and further, so the matter is converted into the huge amount of energy. So in that case the reduction of the mass is observed. Okay, so So let's come towards that. What is mass? What is the weight? Sorry. What is the weight? It is the measure of the force of gravity acting on the body. Okay. When the ball is thrown upwards, it will fall towards the ground. Okay. At the next step, the ball will fall towards the ground. Okay. What attracts the ball? It is the force of gravity. So it is the weight is the measure of the force of gravity acting on the ball. Similarly, we can take the examples of the chair, we can take the examples of the table, or we can take the example of human beings also. That weight is the measure of the force of gravity acting by earth, produced by earth on them. Okay. The formula for the weight is given by W is equal to mg. So what is weight? Weight is the product of mass and gravity of the body. Weight is the force. As weight is the force, its system international unit is also the same as the force. So what is the system international unit of the force? I have discussed in my previous videos as well. The system international unit of force is Newton. Yes, it is the Newton. So weight has also the same system international unit. Why? Because Weight is also a kind of force. Looking at this expression W is equal to mg, we see that the weight depends on the mass and acceleration due to the gravity. Because the mass does not change, but the acceleration due to gravity may change from place to place. For example, on the earth, the acceleration due to gravity is different. On the mountains, the acceleration due to gravity are different. Okay. Sorry for delay, because of technical errors occur. So let's continue with the definition of the Newton third law of motion. Action and reaction are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So we have discussed about the Newton third law of motion, that what we have discussed about the weight and the mass of the Newton third law of motion of the body. Okay, now we have discussed what is the action and what is the reaction. So the action and reaction are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. For example, if the force is applied by anything, by the human being on the surface of the earth, okay, the actional force will be applied by the human being on the surface of the earth, then the surface of the earth will exert the reactional force on the human being. Similarly, there are many examples, we will discuss about it later on. So let's come towards the example of the Newton third law of motion, a book laying on the table. We have considered the example of the book that is laying on the table. Consider a book that is laying on the table. The weight of the book is acting on the table in the downward direction. Okay, the weight of the book, okay, if the book is laid on the table, so obviously the weight of the book act in the downward directions. So as a result, what the table will do? The reaction of the table acts on the book in the upward direction, because the weight of the book is acting on the table in the downward reaction in the downward direction. Sorry, the weight of the book is acting on the table in the downward direction. So why? So according to the Newton third law of motion, the reaction of the table act on the book in the upward direction. So these are the two forces that are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Okay. Here we can see that if we place the book on the table, as you can see in the diagram, the weight of the book is laying in the downward direction. So as a result, the table will exert the force on the book in the upward direction. Similarly, we can take the example of the air-filled balloon. Take an air-filled balloon. When the balloon is set free, the air inside it rushes out and the balloon moves forward. Okay, we have taken an air-filled balloon. When the balloon is set free in the air inside the balloon rushes out, okay, and the balloon move forward. In this example, what is the action and what is the reaction? So let's discuss about it. In this example, the action is done by the balloon that pushes the air out of it when set free. Okay, so the action is performed by the balloon. Because why? Because the air rushes out of it when it is set free. Okay, the reaction of the air which escapes out of the balloon acts on the balloon. So the reactional force must be exerted by the air that escapes from the balloon. It will act on the balloon. The reaction of the escaping airs causes the balloon to move forward. Okay. So obviously the reactional force will be exerted by the air that escapes from the balloon. It will causes the balloon to move forward in the air. So this is the example of action and reaction, balloon filled with the air. Okay. taking off of the rocket, you can see that when the gases burst out, the rocket move in the forward direction in the air. Why is it is happens? Let's discuss about it. A rocket such moves on the same principle. So the working of the rocket is also dependable on the Newton third law of motion. When the fuel burns, hot gases escapes out at the very high speed. Okay, so when the gases burn in the rocket, so fuel burns in the rocket, so the rocket escapes at the very high, the fuel burn hot gases escape out at the very high speed. So the hot gases escape out at the very high speed. The reaction of the gases on the rocket causes it to move forward, opposite to the gases rushing out of the tail. Okay, so when the hot gases escape from the rocket, okay, the reaction of the gases causes the rocket to move opposite to the gases rushing out of the tail, because from the rocket the gases escape in the backward direction, and the reactional force of the gases causes the rocket to move in the upward direction. Okay, so this is the example of the Newton third law of motion. You can see the rocket over here and you can see the balloon over here, because the gases when burn out, they move in the backward direction. This is the action of the gases as a reaction. Sorry, the rocket causes the gases to move in the backward direction. This is the action of the rocket. As a reaction, the gases causes the rocket to move in the upward direction. Okay, so this is the action and reaction example of the Newton third law of motion. We can see in case of the balloon, you can see that the action, what is the action? That the air rushes out of the balloon. Okay, and as a reaction balloons go upwards. So this is the example of the Newton third law of motion. Hitting a ball on the floor is as an example of the Newton third law of motion, because the force exerted by the ball when hit it on the floor is equal and opposite in the direction to the force exerted by the floor on the ball. Okay, so when we hit the ball on the floor, we apply the force on the ball is equal and opposite to the direction of the force exerted by the floor on the wall. So this is also the example of the Newton third law of motion. Here you can see that if we apply the force on the ball, the ball will hit the ground is equal, and as a result the reactional force will be observed by the ground that it will exert on the ball in the as a reactional force. Okay, so this is all about the Newton third law of motion. I hope that you people are enjoying and watching my videos. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.